So John 18 kind of blew my mind today. In this chapter, Christ is bound and taken to be questioned and judged and eventually crucified. And it's in this chapter also that Peter denies his relationship with Christ 3 times. Verses 15 and 16 reveal that while Peter was outside of the palace trying to evade the authorities, there was another unnamed disciple who went with Jesus into the palace to see the high priest. And verse 18 specifies that Peter wasn't just standing outside of the palace, he was standing with the servants and officers, warming themselves by the fire, the very ones who had come to apprehend Jesus. While one disciple stood with the crowd and denied his belief in Christ, presumably to save his life, the other disciple stood with Jesus Christ as he was being assaulted and threatened. So the question I pose to you is, where do you stand? Do you stand with the crowd, or do you stand with Christ? Do you hide your affiliation with Christ in order to fit in, or do you outwardly proclaim your discipleship, even if it means being unpopular or disliked? In this account, the disciple that stood with Christ isn't named, but really I don't think he needed to be named, because when we unapologetically stand with Jesus Christ, we take his name upon us. We become his. And regardless of what the worldly consequences might be of that, the eternal ones are far greater and far more important.